Hi there, this is Sue Stapp. I am here to show you the card kits for the workshop in the mail for January of 2021. I know, it's hard to believe, 2021 is here. Hopefully it's better than 2020 was. I miss my friends, I miss my workshops in person, but doing it by mail is the second choice, and we will continue until it's safe. So we have 4 kits that we're doing this month, as we do every month, and you can still sign up for these if you are so inclined. I still have some kits available. This is the first card, and it's a top opening card, and the base is Mossy Meadow. It is a mosaic style card, and what you'll have in the card kit that you open up, along with the instruction sheet, is the base, which is the Mossy Meadow. And then you'll also notice in here is a checklist sheet showing all the parts to the card. That way I'm sure that I have checked every card for completeness, and you won't be disappointed with missing something from your card. So on this card, you are going to take, there's 2 white pieces, one for the front and one for the inside. And the front gets adhered with a small border around the edges, about 1/4 inch on all sides. There is a piece of cardstock from the Mosaics DSP. And then this is a hummingbird that you will be cutting out. Now, depending on which side your hummingbird's facing, you'll either go this way or you may have one that goes this way. In which case mine is going that way. And so you'll fussy cut this one out and it'll go on the side here. And then what goes on top is the sentiment. It's already punched, stamped and punched for you. And then the linen thread, the braided linen thread, goes around the white piece, and you'll tie a bow depending on where you like it. I put it over here underneath my sentiment, but you could put it in the middle or just wherever you feel it looks best at, based on where you have your hummingbird placed. So this is card number 1, and be sure that you put the braided twine around the white piece before you adhere it to the card front, or you won't be able to get it around there as easily. So that is the parts to the first card, and I like the DSP on this. I think it's really pretty. The colors are great. They're some of my favorites. You know, I love the pale pool party and the yellows. They just go so nicely together. So that's card number 1. Now card number 2, I want to show you, is a easy one. And this is a black base of cardstock, and it's very simple to put together. You're going to be adhering the sheets. There's no trick things on this one. This is your checklist. Make sure all your pieces are here before you start. There are 2 pieces of white cardstock, and again, these always get centered so that you have a border around. This is the inside, this would be the front. Now, if you want, you can cut this down a little smaller, because what's going to happen is this piece of vellum with the silver on it is going to go over the top. And you can see I did mine, it almost matches the edges perfectly. I think it might look nice if the white was a little smaller and the vellum hung over a little bit more, so you could see that it was actually 2 layers. But that's up to you. You can do it either way. And then there's a black piece of cardstock, and then the front message, and you can round these corners if you'd like. I think that'd look nice since there's dots in here. But that is card number 2. Let's stick this back in here. Like I said, that's a nice, easy one. The one thing that I will point out is that whenever you go to adhere your vellum, you want to put little small dabs of glue behind the silver dots so it doesn't show in between the vellum. So just put small dabs of glue on the silver dots and then press it down on top of that white cardstock. Card number 3 is one using our braided trim, and this is, the color is Pretty Peacock. And in this kit, we always have an instruction sheet. And let me set the card up there a minute. This one is also a side opening card. And what you have in here is the card base is Pretty Peacock. You have 2 white pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4. One of those has been run through the embossing folder, the tufted folder. Now that's going to be your front. The other white piece is your inside. And whenever you go to put this on, you want to first, before you adhere it, put your ribbon on here. Now what I do is I put my ribbon on, and I would probably start with the middle one so I have an idea of which way to go. And then I turn it over and I tape both ends, here and here, so that it stays in place. Now if you want to, you can also run a little bead of glue under here. This burlap looking fabric in the middle will show glue behind it though, so apply sparingly. And then after you get that one attached, you'll do one on the right and one on the left. And like I say, I usually start in the middle just because it gives me a perspective on where to put the other 2. And then after the ribbon's on, you can adhere this front, because the next thing you're going to do, there is a tufted oval on here. Now it coordinates with the tufted front. And you can also sponge this tufted design to give it a little bit more accent. And that can be on the edges, it can be over the whole thing. But that is something that you can do. And you can see on my sample one, I sponged the smaller, the oval part, but not this one. I didn't actually tuft this one. And then you have 3 flowers or ferns, and there's 2 in Crumb Cake and 1 in Pretty Peacock. And so that's gonna go, those will go on there, and then this will go on top. And then there's a little hello tag here, and that gets glued on. Now I use dimensionals behind the crumb cake and behind the oval, the tufted oval. So that is card number 3. Now card number 4 is so cute, I just love it. And I haven't done one of these in a long time. I don't know why. They have great impact whenever your friends and family open them. They just really pop out at you, I think. And I'll show that to you next. It is this Dragonfly card. And what it is there's a hole cut in the front here. And you can peek through and see the continuation of that flower bunch. And so the parts that you're getting in this one, and this is from the new mini catalog. It's the Dragonfly, and the punch and the stamp set are available as a bundle. And you know, if you get a bundle, you save 10%. But I have cut these for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to color. There's lots of coloring on this one. You're going to color the inside piece, which is going to go in here. And then you're going to color the outside piece, the flowers. And then that's going to get glued on top here. You just want to match up your circle. So there's a small border there. This piece of the small dragonflies goes over on the left side. And then you're going to color the actual dragonfly to coordinate with whatever flowers you've picked for, whatever colors you've picked for your flowers. And there's a lot of different colors in these dragonflies here. So you could do with yellows, you could do them with blues, greens, oranges, purples, whatever your pleasure. So those are the pieces, and that is how that card gets put together. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. I'd be happy to help. These have been put together with care, and like I say, oops, everything is included in your envelope. So please enjoy, have fun, and happy stamping.